Welcome back to another Monday morning quarterback show with Kurt Benkert here on Bleacher Report, powered by Copilot by Microsoft. Guys, the Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions for this season. It was crazy. That defense was diabolical. And if you guys did not watch, don't worry. We'll be here to catch you up. Also, Kenneth Walker, MVP. We got some plays of the game. We're going to look forward into the 2026 contenders that I have my eyes on right now. Some offseason predictions, some probable, some maybe a little bit off the wall. We'll see. But guys, I'm going to give you guys a moment to get in here in chat. I'm seeing we already have some chat. I'm seeing Mirko, Seattle or the Giants Super Bowl champs in 2027. Look, man, all I'm going to say is that this playoff structure next year, I think, will look a little bit different than this year's playoff structure with who made it, who performed, who made it to the Super Bowl. I think we're going to have a lot of changing of the guard, might you say. And I think that it's going to be an incredible season in 2027. And I think that we are seeing a shift in the NFL right now. We're seeing defenses, dominant defenses with exotic schemes taking over and kind of doll walking some of these West Coast schemed offenses. Now, creativity is at an all-time premium. These coaches are in their bags, the ones that are going the distance, and we got Kubiak splitting up, going to the Raiders. Maybe we'll see a little resurgence there, but man, we've got to get into it. I think notifications probably have gone out by now. Chat, I want to just thank you guys so much for being here. I want to thank you for a wonderful season. I also want to say, if you have anything you want to say, throw it in the chat. We'll read it up. We have my show notes ready to go. We are going to be dialed in, and now we're going to get this thing started. We're going to have a rapid Super Bowl prediction segment, and I have 3 minutes that are going to start right now. All right. The Super Bowl was crazy, guys. It was a slow start. Offenses really just kind of figuring out the defenses, seeing what they were going to do. But the storyline for this game was which quarterback could take care of the football better. And the Seahawks broke some records this playoff stretch, guys. One, the Seahawks are the first team in NFL history to not turn the football over one time in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Now, there were chances. There were definitely chances, but they did not capitalize. The Patriots did not capitalize. On the other side, Drake May turned the ball over 3 times, was sacked 7 times, I believe, and he just looked uncomfortable all game long. He made some plays here and there, but it was a little too late. And when you're looking at the Seahawks side, man, look at this throw by Sam Darnold. Dime in the corner of the end zone. Another scissors route for a touchdown. We'll break that one down later. But then Drake May just kind of throwing up hand grenades, man. Gifts to the defense, loose with the ball. Something that he tried to fix most of the season, but just came back to bite him throughout the playoffs. He had 7 fumbles in the playoffs, guys. 7 fumbles. And I think 4 or 5 interceptions. And Drake May, even though he had some good plays here and there, he was too loose with the football, and Sam Darnold got the job done. Sam Darnold played like an old vintage Tom Brady Super Bowl. Protect the ball, hit the plays you needed to, don't turn it over, let your defense cook, and he won a Super Bowl. And this draft class from Sam Darnold with Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Rosen, and Kurt Benkert, Sam Darnold, the first one to win the Super Bowl and hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Who will be next? I don't know. We'll have to find out, but I would not be shocked to see Josh Allen get one of them. I also wouldn't be shocked to see Lamar Jackson get one of them at all. But we do have to talk about the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, who I loved all season long, by the way. And yes, it was a split backfield for most of the season between him and Charbonnet, but Kenneth Walker took over in the Super Bowl. Look at this screen pass. Seemed to be dead in the water. Nothing, man. He's scooting out of there. He runs angry, but he's light on his feet. He was such a good player all playoffs long. The patience in the run game, bursting through, getting to the edge, man. Just really savvy as a runner with the burst and the patience that it takes to turn something out of nothing. Like that play right there, man. That little hop jump to get a first down and more. Kenneth Walker was a weapon in this Super Bowl. 27 carries, 135 yards, 5 yards average. And not to mention, he had like a, 40, 50-yard touchdown run at the end of the game called back. Your Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker III. That man went crazy. That man was a big reason why they were there. and the Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions. Right on time. All right, chat. Let's get it. We're getting good at this just by the time it's ending, because this is sadly our last show for this season. This is our last show, and if you guys have been here all season long or even of late, I'd love to see it in the chat. Let me know how long you've been here, how long you've been watching this show, hanging out with us, talking ball, but we do have some chat to get to. I don't want to hear anything about that 1-yard play ever again after they avenged the team from 2011. Hey, they ran the out of the ball. They did, and they leaned on it, and that defense played incredible. It was awesome. The Seahawks are a problem. Now, how do you feel about the Patriots' performance? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got the tape up. I'm going to be doing some film breakdowns here in a bit. I thought the Patriots had their chances. I did. If Drake May doesn't turn over the football 3 times, if he hits some of the wide open receivers that he just missed the throws on, and, and the Patriots defense makes a few more plays, then they had a chance in this game. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. Drake May let the pressure get to him. In the pocket, he started getting happy feet. And look, that's one thing between Drake May and Sam Darnold that I noticed is the difference. Sam Darnold got pressured. He got sacked. He wasn't coughing the ball up. He was taking the sack, punting the ball, moving on, regrouping for the next drive, and dialing back in to get back in the foxhole. Sam Darnold's been hit a lot this playoff stretch, guys. All season long, Sam Darnold, he took some shots, but he stands in there and he delivers. He gets back in the pocket, and he sets his feet, and he delivers no matter what. And I think that's something that Drake May is going to go back and watch this film from this game and realize that he didn't have the mindset to shift gears every single play and treat each play like it was a fresh play. He kind of let the plays pile up in the plays before, which is hard to do. Like, trust me, it is really hard to do. Really hard to do, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Now, we do have to get back to something real quick. Actually, let's wait. Let's get a little bit more chat. How do we feel about the Patriots? Yeah, did that one. I called K9 MVP. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was dialed in yesterday. I had Seahawks minus 6.5. Sam Darnold MVP, alternate, staggered K9 MVP. Profitable. We had no Taylor Swift, no Elon Musk, and the announcers to say schedule. Talking about a hell of a day. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Now, I do want to ask my friend Co-Pilot a question, though, because we got to talk about MVPs. Now, if anybody knows MVPs, it is my friend Co-Pilot here. Now, got a little restart. Who are the last 5 Super Bowl MVPs? Maybe this will jog some of your guys' memories. All right. We have Kenneth Walker III, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl, what is that? In 2021? Yep, Super Bowl MVP, and then 2022, and then Tom Brady, guys. Not often that running backs sneak their way into the equation, but Kenneth Walker. Dominant performance, hell of a way to end it. Big fan of his season and the playoff run that he had. I'm seeing chat still rolling. Chiefs winning it next year. Guys, Chiefs will be back. And this is one thing that I want to talk about, guys. This is one thing I want to talk about. I know we got a show to do here, and we got a schedule and everything, but let's look at this. Because the AFC picture, guys, if you thought this year was crazy, well, I've got something for you, because look at this across the board, okay? You've got the Broncos made it to the playoffs. The Chargers made it to the playoffs. The Chiefs missed, but they're the Chiefs. Will they be back? We'll see. The Patriots won the division. The Bills made the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll get to the Bills later, but that feels like that's going to flip. Then you have the Jaguars who made it. The Texans who made it. You have the Colts who, if Daniel Jones didn't get hurt, would have been a little tricky. The Steelers made it. But then you have the Ravens and the Bengals who did not make it. Like, you've got the Ravens and Bengals who, right now, in my mind, like, they're teams that you need to watch out for in the Chiefs. Those are 3 teams that are typically Super Bowl or playoff teams that did not make it. There's going to be a mix-up again next year, guys. And even, like, when you're looking at it now, the Lions were last in their division this season, guys. The Lions were first to worst in their division. They're going to be climbing back in the NFC. I mean, we've got some craziness going on, guys. We've got some craziness. Now, I do want to move on. Because I don't want to get us too far off schedule because we've got to break down my favorite play from the game. And now, if you guys saw, was it 2 weeks ago maybe? 2 weeks ago? We had a breakdown with Jackson Smith and Jigba running a corner route out of the backfield from like a 2-back set. They had Jackson Smith and Jigba motion across in the backfield, okay? Look at what we have here, guys. This was play of the game. Sam Darnold to Barnyard Burner touchdown. And look at how they got it done. They motion across, okay? We're going to get a little motion across. And earlier in the game, they ran this full wide zone sprint out. But look, this play almost went to shit. Look at the center here. This center's job was actually to give presence and bounce back and be the backside protector while we get Barner up and through the C gap on a corner route that shaves underneath of a post with a cross. And look, our guy here, he gets picked off by his own guy, getting blocked up. And Sam Darnold's going to have to move and look under pressure. Color. Pretty clear picture here. You know where the spot's going to be. But look at this. We're going to run this. Gets hit on delivery. Delivers a dime in the back of the end zone. We're going to run this back one more time. Just look at this play design, guys. Motion across. Wide zone play action. Sam Darnold understanding that he's got to get to the hash. Like, he's so dialed into the details of his feet. And that's why the Seahawks won a Super Bowl, guys. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. See someone saying I'm a fan of Sam Darnold. Happy for him. Minnesota should not have let him go. Nope. They should not have. No, they should not have. But like, this is the stuff here, guys. Like, when the margin of error is this small, and you've got guys like Sam Darnold who have been in the league for a while, had incredible talent, by the way. Like, everybody was talking about Drake May going into this game. And like, nobody was talking about Sam Darnold. We forget Sam Darnold was just as high of a draft pick as Drake May. And arguably, in an equal, if not more, stacked class. Still, jury's still out. But I just think, guys, put some respect on Sam Darnold's name. People associate Sam Darnold and like the meme of him because he was with the Jets. Sam Darnold was so dialed in, guys. Incredible play. I don't care about his stats. He made plays like that all game long, and he kept them out of trouble that could have gone bad. You saw what that Patriots defense did to C.J. Stroud. No ghosts at all. Now, let's flip the script, guys. Let's flip the script because I want to talk about the 2026 season and some contenders, and I'm going to rank them, okay? And please chime in on chat. Please do. Let's get this thing started. So, number one, you got to keep the top dogs where they are. The Seahawks were a unit. The Seahawks are young, and they're going to still be a unit. Like, make no mistake about it. This Seahawks team is for real, and they're only going to get better. Now, they've got to replace some of the continuity with the play caller situation, but I think they'll be all right, okay? Number two, the Rams. In my opinion, what we saw in the NFC Championship game, that was the Super Bowl, in my opinion. You had the Seahawks and the Rams, the best two teams in the league, going head-to-head, and they duked it out all the way to the end. And I would not be shocked to see them doing it again next year. And there's going to be some teams that got to step up if they want to compete with these guys. Number three, I think the Buffalo Bills with Brady as their head coach are going to actually take a step forward. And I think the Bills are going to be a team that's going to be a problem. I think they're going to win the AFC East next year. And I think Josh Allen is going to have another MVP type of season and be truly in the running. And then number four, the team that I believe would have been in the Super Bowl had Bo Nix not gotten hurt. The Denver Broncos. Their defense is for real. And we're seeing a theme in the NFL right now where these defenses are the reason why these teams are continually stringing together wins. The Denver Broncos are in that same category. Bo Nix will come back better. Bo Nix really started putting it on, especially in the playoffs, guys. Like, say what you want about stats and all that. Bo Nix was the reason why they got as far as they did on offense because they didn't really have a whole lot cooking for them. And then lastly, the Chicago Bears. Packers fans, I'm sorry, but I think the Bears are for real. I think their coach is willing to go the distance. I think they nail the offseason and draft and free agency. I think they're going to nail it again. And I think the Bears are going to be the team to beat in the NFC North, sadly. But these are my 2026 ranking contenders going into next season. What about the Giants? I think the Giants have a chance. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't love Coach Harbaugh. I think he's okay. But I think that he's not an asset in terms of game management and game flow that I think the Giants could have used a little bit of. Now, can he, GM-ish a team? Can he CEO coach a team? Yeah. But they need help in the game management department as far as I'm concerned, because that has been his question mark since the very beginning. So that's what I'm looking at now. Give us your Super Bowl prediction for next year. Okay. Let me channel my inner magic lamp. Super Bowl prediction. Super Bowl prediction. We're going to get a Bears-Bills Super Bowl next year. We're going to get a Bears-Bills Super Bowl in LA. Now, as much as I'd love for it to be the Packers, because I'm a little bit biased, and Jordan Love playing on a Super Bowl on Valentine's Day next year, 2 hours from where he grew up, as much of a great story that would be, I don't have faith in the Packers being willing to go the distance in the same capacity that some other coaches are willing to go. What about the Niners? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love Shanahan. I think he's an incredible coach. I think their roster needs work. I really think their roster needs work. I don't think that they stack up against a team like the Niners and a team like the Rams consistently. I think the Niners need to nail this offseason if they're going to have a chance. So that's what we're looking at. Also, I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think in a perfect world, they were able to go the distance with Brock Purdy. I don't know if they can do it without the right pieces around him. They really need to bring in some help. That or their defense needs to just get back to a completely dominant level like they were 4 or 5 years ago. Gonzo was everywhere. Guys, hey, we've got to give our flowers to Gonzo, guys. Christian Gonzalez, DB for the Patriots, strapped. Give that man a 99 overall in Madden right now, because Gonzo was an absolute dog all Super Bowl long. And if they would have won the Super Bowl, I wouldn't have been shocked if he would have won MVP. I mean, he absolutely was strapping shit. Sorry for cussing. Maybe we can clip that out and use that for socials later. But now we do have to transition, guys. We do have to transition. I have 5 bold predictions for this next season. Some of them are probable. Some of them are maybes. And some of them maybe a little bit of a long shot. But these are my 5 predictions, starting with number 1. I want A.J. Brown to get traded to the Patriots. Now, this makes sense because, 1, the Eagles don't even use A.J. Brown like they should, so you might as well get the Ferrari out of the garage, trade him in, and go get, somebody else. Somebody else that's going to do the dirty work that you want A.J. Brown to do that he shouldn't be doing, because he is more valuable than this. And maybe their offensive coordinator, the new one, can get them excited to be, using them and whatnot. But I would love to see A.J. Brown to go fill a need with the Patriots and be a true wide receiver 1. And I think they could probably get it done in the capital department. Now, number 2, I think the Bears are going to make the NFC Championship game. I think Ben Johnson is going to get them back to the NFC Championship game. And I think that the Bears are only going to get better. I think their defense also is going to get better. And I think Caleb Williams is going to go into next year playing like he did at the end of the year, completely dialed in. And he's going to be in year 2 of the system, guys. The Bears are for real. They are for real. And I would not be shocked to see them make the NFC Championship. Now, number 3, give me Kyler Murray to the Vikings. If there's any coach that knows how to get the most out of players, especially players on the rebound from earlier parts in their career, that is none other than Kevin O'Connell. Now, Kyler Murray also played pretty solid this year for a really bad Cardinals team. Not bad at all. 68% completion percentage, almost 1,000 yards passing, 5 games played. But his touchdown interception ratio was good. He made big plays. He's made big plays his whole career. And he's had nothing of any consistency in his life as a quarterback. I could see Kyler Murray having a Sam Darnold type resurgence on a different team. One where he doesn't have to be a superhero. He would not have to be a superhero with the Vikings. He'd also have Jettis. He'd also have Addison, assuming he stays out of trouble. He'd also have Kevin O'Connell dialing up plays and calling it. Kyler Murray is a way better quarterback than J.J. McCarthy. Make your wrongs into rights. Fix it. You moved on from Sam Darnold too soon. Go get a really talented Kyler Murray, get him in a good situation with a really good defense, and make it happen. You've got one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, if not the best, outside of, the head coaches that are those guys. But I think Kyler Murray to the Vikings makes a lot of sense. Now, this one hurts a little bit, but after running through it and kind of, playing the game a little bit, as much as I want the Packers to go make it to a Super Bowl and have Jordan Love play on Valentine's Day, I don't think they're going to do it. And I actually think they're going to miss the playoffs after just extending LaFleur and the GM and all of that. When you're looking at this NFC picture, guys, I don't know if I can trust the Packers to get over the hump. They went 9-7-1 this year. The only reason they made the playoffs was because they tied to the Cowboys, or else they would have missed out. The Vikings, the Lions, those two teams will be better next year. I don't know what the Packers are going to do this offseason to make themselves better. They lost their defensive coordinator, which, again, hopefully they can, dial it back up on defense. But the Bears are going to be better. The Lions are going to be better. The Vikings are going to be better. Seahawks, Rams, Niners, they all exist. I think the Falcons are going to be better this year. I think the Eagles are going to be better. And I think the Cowboys are probably going to get better. Not to mention Jaden Daniels is going to be healthy to start the year. Maybe he goes with the Commanders and they make a little run. I'm looking at the Packers as the one team that I have circled, unbiased, by the way. I want the Packers to do well. I want LaFleur to have a good rest of his career with the Packers. I don't trust it, sadly. I don't know. Maybe you guys see it differently than me, and maybe I just have scar tissue. But last but not least, this is my boldest prediction, guys. Maxx Crosby gets traded to another team and wins Defensive Player of the Year in a better market. Maybe the Cowboys. Maybe Maxx Crosby goes to the Cowboys, elevates them to a new height, wins Defensive Player of the Year, and those are my 5 offseason predictions that maybe they'll happen and maybe they won't. I'm seeing greetings from the Cayman Islands. What up? Is it Jamie or Jaime? 49ers fan. Maxx Crosby, the Seahawks, that would make a lot of sense too. Guys, we're going to take some time off. We're going to dial back into the film. We're going to look at the cap situation. We're going to be looking at the draft situation. We're going to have breakdowns and all that good stuff coming for next year, for this cycle of combine and everything in between, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for supporting us all year long. I want to a big thank you to Bleacher Report for bringing me here to do this all season. We've been doing this for over a year now. I want to thank Microsoft and Copilot for fueling us up with a fun segment, 2 segments every single show to make sure that we can give you guys good film breakdowns, give good insight through AI, all of it. And once again, I want to thank you guys that have been tuning in every single week to watch. I'm Kurt Benkert, and this is our last Monday morning quarterback show for the 2025-26 NFL season. Enjoy the offseason. I'm out.